Hello, everybody. Today we are diving deep into the intriguing topic of consciousness and how desires turn into actions. We'll start by revisiting our third question from the previous chapter. What is consciousness? At the moment when you craved Xinjiang baked plate chicken, it seemed to dominate your mind. But then, when you saw a bowl of lamb stew, your attention completely shifted to that dish. This shift is undoubtedly a function of consciousness, and we can explore it through the lens of G theory. When you feel a craving for Xinjiang baked plate chicken, what's really happening is that your G for this dish is activated, releasing a G wave. This wave generates the image and taste of the dish in your mind, triggering the secretion of saliva. Then a bowl of lamb stew comes into your field of vision, and its aroma hits your nose. The sensory signals from the sight and smell activate the G associated with lamb stew, and you remember its delicious taste. You might even recall that one time when your mischievous colleague added an extra spoonful of chili to your bowl. This memory further stimulates your salivary glands, and the thought pops into your head, I really want to eat that. In this flow of consciousness, two distinct foods related. G was activated in quick succession, and your mental imagery rapidly switched from one dish to another. The mental image of both dishes was created by each food's respective Jew, a result of the Jew's realism. This is why the flavors feel so vivid when you recall them. The G waves generated by these activations are essentially electrochemical signals resembling real sensory stimuli. These waves are what make up the content of your consciousness. From this, we can infer that the essence of consciousness lies in the G waves that arise from certain G activations, while memory is the physical structure formed by those G. In, in simpler terms, memory is like the dancer, and consciousness is the graceful dance. To take it a step further, real sensory signals such as the aroma of the lamb stew can also be considered G waves. When you aren't actively thinking but just experiencing these sensory inputs, they form the content of your consciousness. However, there might be a kind of conversion mechanism between the G wave and the consciousness, much like how a TV screen converts signals into images and sounds. This mechanism would translate the G waves into sensory experiences like visuals, sounds, or tastes. This targets tissues for specific G waves could potentially be pinpointed with modern brain scanning technology. Of course, consciousness is far more complex phenomenon than this example can fully explain. This simple explanation offers just a glimpse into its nature. In future chapters, we will dive deeper into the complexities of consciousness, especially when analyzing contradictory thoughts, solving, and mental disorders. Let's now address the fourth question. How does the desire to eat Xinjiang baked plate chicken lead to action? To explore this, think about the basic reflex action, like the knee-jerk reflex. When the knee is tapped, a signal is sent, and the reflex activates the muscles in your leg. This is a classic stimulus to activation of G, then to G wave, and to response pattern. The G wave here is the signal that activates the muscle movement. Applying this pattern to our food example, the G wave triggered by your craving for Xinjiang baked plate chicken serves as the stimulus, particularly the realistic sensory G wave. This wave activates a complex network of G that forms spontaneously based on current situation. These G signals then trigger various responses in the body, including a series of muscle movements that will eventually lead you to seek out the food. Now, based on this explanation, can you deduce what desire is? Desire is the G wave that leads to behavior. However, where does this desire originate from? That's right, it originates from the corresponding G. Without the formation of a related G, the desire wouldn't exist. Desire emerges with the activation of the G, and its intensity builds as the G energy accumulates. When this energy becomes strong enough to make a clear impression on your mind, it often manifests as a powerful craving. This desire wave drives action, like going to a restaurant to find Xinjiang baked plate chicken. However, the outcome of your actions provides feedback. Perhaps the dish you find isn't as tasty as you hoped, or maybe after searching for hours, you still can't find a restaurant that serves it, or something unexpected happens. You, for example, you get tied up and can't go looking for it, looking at it at all. These experiences reshape the original G and consequently adjust your desires. In G theory, desire can refer to the accumulating G energy, the stable G, or the G wave that follows, which leads to action. While this explanation may seem broad, it mirrors the general nature of the term desire in our everyday language. As for the phrase that popped into your mind earlier, I really want to eat that, this was caused by the activation of a language related G within the network of G waves. This chapter offers a thought provoking exploration of how consciousness, memory, and desire interplay in the brain, preparing viewers for more complex discussions in the future episodes. So, that's all. See you next episode. Bye bye.